more people should come on video. I'm about to set up the YouTube link. Let's get more people on video, please. More persons should kindly come on video. I'm brutally encouraging more persons to come on video because it helps the people on YouTube to enjoy the class more. So I've set up the link. So if you want to get, some people might be saying, the class is not on, I'm not able to join. I'm not able to join oh, thank you, Chika, for that whatever. So that's the YouTube link for those people that you must send the link to somebody. That's YouTube link for those people that want to send the link to someone. That's the link. You can send it to somebody so that the person can join. And all that. So they can watch the class now, but they can also watch the class later. So I want to greet everyone. Thank you very much for being part of this class. We received some results today from our group, from the February group. Some of the people that actually wrote the exam has also done the mock test. And I want to very much use this opportunity to emphasize the importance of the importance of having your mock test before the class. All right. If what I observed about those people that actually sent in their results today was that if for some people who were able to analyze the mock test before they wrote the exam, whereas for some people we didn't have the time to analyze the mock test, So, but bottom line was that if you do your mock tests before you sit for the exam, it gives you a very great privilege of, of assessing yourself and knowing what to change prior to the exam. Are we together, please? If you do your mock test before the exam, it gives you, and I talked about this last week. All right, so I have received 2 results today. One of them did very well. It's going to be a second attempt. Did very well in all she has 6.5 in listening. The other person did very well in other things, but has 6.5 in speaking. So that one for 6.5 in speaking, if that person remarks, there's a strong possibility of the upgrade. But the possibility for upgrade for listening is very weak. But that for speaking is very high. All right. So let me see if I can pick that result and screenshot and send it here. But the thing is, I want you to look at that possibility of doing your mock test before you go and write the exam. Don't just go ahead and jump on the exam. Try to do your mock test. So this was, let me see if I can share this on the Zoom link. Did we see that? Can we see this? Sorry, did we say that? I don't even know where I am anymore. Okay, did you see what I sent now? Did you see anything? No. All right. Okay. I thought the thing came in now. All right. So this is the first result. Are we able to see this? Can we see the result? All right, and this is the second one. Can we see the result? No. So um what's the advantage that the mock test do for you is that all the small finishing touches that you have to get through before you get to write the exam, you are able to observe it. You understand? Some of these people that wrote this exam have done the mock test, but some didn't get the review before they went to write the exam. Are you getting me now? Why some didn't even write the mock test at all? But like I'm saying, I'm insisting and I'm emphasizing that writing your mock test goes a long way to strengthen your your strength and reveal your weakness so that your weakness can be turned to your strength before going for the exam. Do we understand? It's not worth the stress to go ahead and then write the exam twice in this kind of economy. You understand? So the best bet is go ahead and do a mock test and then strengthen your strength so that your weakness can be revealed. And then at the end of the day, you can actually be the best kind of person that you really want to be proud to the exam. Are we together? All right. So having said that, I want to quickly emphasize on the necessity of having proper practice strategies. That's what I want to talk about today. I'm talking about three things today, but I'll start with that. Now, many people in the bid of ensuring that they pass the IELTS exam, they join many platforms. Some go on YouTube and they begin to look for different sites where they can achieve um, some skills or they learn some skills so that they can actually grow. But their major aim is that they want to just learn how to pass and how to get to succeed. You understand? When I was when I was attempting to pass the IELTS, I went around a lot of YouTube platforms. I know it's not only me that does that. Everybody does that. You go to YouTube, see IELTS English success, British success, Australian success. You're just looking for a group where they can. And some people will even tell you that when I was going to write my exam, I just went through this group and I just followed them and I followed them and I saw this and I passed. You understand? All right. So, when you do all of that, it is good. But there are two things about it. Number one, you need to understand that multiple strategies fail during the exam. Write it down. What did I say? Multiple strategies fail during the exam. Now, what that means is that if you have joined like 10 groups, group A said if you want to do reading, use this method. Group B said you want to do reading, use method. Group C want to do reading. So you now say, okay, let me combine the methods and see whether it will work. When you get to the exam hall, you will forget at least 5 of that 10 methods. Of those 10 methods. And if you forget 5 of those 10, before you remember, you'll be confused of which one is even best to work with. In fact, most people that actually struggle with the success usually are confused at the point of application of skills. Are we together? I will be lying to tell you that there's only one method to pass IELTS. That's a lie. That would be a lie. Are you getting me now? The strategy that you are using to pass IELTS can come from different people based on their experiences and based on their building up of skills. I get my point now. So there are different ways to go about passing a particular question. But at the junction of execution, one strategy works best. Or let me use the word singular strategies work best. Multiple strategies will fail you, but singular strategies work best, which means that you must now find out which method you want to adapt. All right. I want to be using Steve's method. And this is how the method goes. Fine. Number 2, build confidence in your adopted strategy. Build confidence in your adopted strategy. Now, to build confidence doesn't mean that I build confidence. No, that's not how to build confidence. To build confidence, you will have to practice the strategies over and over again. That's how to build confidence. No, it's not by saying it, it's not by repeating it 5 times. It is by intentionally repeating the strategy in practice over and over again. That is how your confidence is built. Number 3, always practice under exam conditions. Always practice under exam conditions. Now, if you observe some people, they practice in the taxi. They practice where there is noise. You know, I saw somebody doing something and I said, "What are you doing?" And in that place, the person was doing that thing. A lot of people are there. Why are you doing? I'm doing night practice now. Can you see? I'm even doing my reading now. Reading in this kind of atmosphere. You are even talking to me, and like you have the mouth to even talk to me. You know, normally, what I advise people is when you want to practice your IELTS, first thing is put off your phone or put your phone on flight mode, not vibration, flight mode. I should not be able to get you when I'm trying to call you, because that is now normally under exam condition. Will you take your phone to the exam? No. Am I making sense? Even though there are people around you, but there is an atmosphere of silence. So the minimum requirement for IELTS practice is that there must be silence around you. Silence. No distraction, no disruption, or no possibility of distraction or disruption. All right. So work under exam, practice under exam conditions. I'd like you to know that wrong practice methods reveal the wrong perspective of you. So while you are struggling to get a good score, wrong practice method will show you that you are very, very good or you are very, very bad, either of the two. So sometimes you think, oh my God, I'm already getting 35 in listening. In fact, my listening has improved so well. And when they now check very well, they say, are you not pausing the video? Yeah, you used to pause the audio. Okay, how won't it improve? How won't it improve? If it did not improve, then we need to even call the doctor. Understand? You are pausing video in between, you rewind, rewind. How won't it improve? Or someone that is shooting 90 minutes instead of 60 minutes is not getting 40. Excuse me, what should he get before? Should he get for 35? Someone that is using 19 minutes, 120 minutes, is not getting 40. Just say, hey. The person will go and he's an attack is playing with. It's shocker. Because when you now face the exam condition in real life, you now see that that particular 40 was a dream. The real life will now be, the 25 in the exam. You understand? So you must engage in active exam condition-based practice. And number 4 is be very meticulous and be very aggressive with time. Be very aggressive with time. Now, one of the things that you need to do when it comes to AI practice is that your time application must be very brutal. I want you to like the word brutal. Like, be very forceful with time. Now, when it comes to reading, 1 microsecond can save you, and 1 microsecond can also put you into trouble. See that way? 1 microsecond can add to your mark, and 1 microsecond can bring you down. Are you following me now? And what do I mean? Now, if you remember very well, for those of you that attended my reading class, I told you that don't spend more than 90 seconds on a question. Who remembers that? Don't spend more than 90 seconds on a question. Now, if you don't say, that question, I'm almost getting it, you now spend 100 seconds. That 10 seconds extra could have been your savior for another question. Because there are some times that you may not spend up to 90 seconds on a question and you get the answer. Those times you are saving, they would have helped you with some questions that are automatically traps. And I like to teach you something quickly. Can you just follow me, ardently in the next 5 seconds? Every time you approach a question, whether it was just that you read the question or you went to look for the question in the passage, you have solved the question by a particular percentage. So when you come back to that question, the percentage you have utilized to solve that question is going to be an advantage. For example, for you to see the keyword of the question already is maybe 20% of solving the question. I remember that the answers are often hidden in the questions. Seeing your keyword in your question is seeing the answer in disguise. Write that down. Somebody needs that. Seeing your keyword in the question is seeing the answer in what? In disguise. What you just need to do is now find out just decode the answer in the passage by looking for the what? For the synonyms or for the antonyms or for the different meaning, depending on which question you're answering. Does that make sense? So when you have gone through that question and you have seen the keyword in the question, you should not be disturbed if you did not get the answer in answer, because you have already gotten part of the what? Of the answer. Just go to another question and give it another time that you might be able to come back and see. Does that make sense? If you come back and see, what you would be seeing when you come back to see is very much likely going to be a close option, or will I use the word? A close opposition to the answer. Now, I want to ask this question from everybody, if you have ever experienced this before. Have you ever tried to approach a question before? And when you are approaching the question, you observe that at the first time you tried it, it was very difficult. But by the time you try the second time, or who had experience before? Like, the first time you approached the question, it was very hard. It was looking tough. By the time you look at the second time or third time, you observe that it became easy. Who had experience? Wave your hands. Wave your hands. Why is this so? Very simple. The reason it was so was because you have already answered the question. Sorry for that break. So, did you get my point now? So, there's a percentage that you have answered. Are you getting me now? And coming back to it is going to give you less pressure, less time, and most possibly the right answer. Does that make sense? Less pressure, less time, right answer. But if you say, I must finish this question now. Oh, it's almost there. It's almost there. 1 minute has gone. 2 minutes have gone. Oh, this answer just come out now. Come out now. More time, more pressure, most likely the wrong answer. Does it make sense? More pressure, more time, wrong answer. Which one is better? If you type it, I will see. Which one is better? Less pressure, less time, most likely right answer. And that will only come when you are able to, insist on time. Once it's 90 seconds, leave that question alone. Once it's 15 minutes, leave that passage alone. If you are dealing with other kind of passage that have more hard questions, once it's 10 minutes, leave that passage alone. Don't you see, there is no room for sympathy. When it comes to reading, it's empathy. Question this, another question is very simple. I don't even know why I didn't get the answer like this. Let me look for it again. In reading, that single mistake can take another 5 minutes away from you. And mind you, in reading, time is band score. Write it down. In reading, what is band score? Time is what? Band score. If you understand what that means. All right. If, for example, now you are in number 22 and they say 5 minutes more, what's your band score? Anybody? You are number 25 and they say 10 minutes more. What's your band score? You know your mark already. In fact, it's just and I must finish this thing. No, 32, C, 33, D, 34, F. What are you sure? Beg, let me just put something there. You understand? Time is band score. So if you manage your time well, you can have a good band score. Are you together? And I want to shock you. Guess what? 24 to 29 is 6.5. That's a lot. And that's the reason why you see a lot of people trap at 6.5 crisis. The only problem many of them had was that they didn't manage time very well. 24, 29 are trapped in 6.5 barrier because they were too afraid to work with time. Does that make some sense? So insist on working with time. And the last thing I want to say about this practical is that never allow anxiety in practice. Your practice is only a practice. It's not the exam. So if you do not do well, I said it. In spite of all I did, they said the method is working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. No, don't. It's still practice. You can make mistake in practice. The only problem is that don't make it during the what? Exam. So don't get yourself working. Oh God, no. Don't overwork yourself. Don't be under pressure. It is only what? A practice. Repeat it. Give it time. Go and drink water. Go and sleep. Dance to some music. Take a walk. Call a friend. You understand? You can even eat some moi moi. Just calm your nerves. You understand? It is only what? Practice. Do you understand? As long as you... Now, so what is the advantage of using the right practice method? Number one is that you will know your real competency or you will know your real skill level. The second thing is, as you know your skill level, you can know what to work on and what not to work on. Number three, it gives you a clue to what pressure to expect during the exam. IELTS tests skill and not knowledge. So even if they don't repeat the question, if you have learned the right skill, you will very much likely learn the right success strategy. and that will be what will be applicable during the exam. So refuse to put yourself under pressure because your skill level is high or low. Just give it time. And on that time, your growth will be very much enforced, especially when the practice strategies are right. Okay. So I don't know if anybody has any question on this. I muted everybody because I didn't want distractions. I will unmute some people now. If you are able to ask, if you have any question, go ahead and then ask your question and I will answer. I'm giving about 5 minutes for that. While I'm waiting for, you can type your questions, you can ask your questions directly. But while I'm doing that, I like to announce that tomorrow by 5 a.m. we shall be having our reading conference. All right. How many of us are looking forward to the reading conference? All right. So it is an opportunity to invite friends and of course family that we need the reading conference to be part of. It's free. It is free. So we don't have to pay any money to be part of the reading conference. Secondly, our first March class holds tomorrow by 10 Nigerian time, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, our first March class. I observed our number on the March group is still less than 100, and I'm not happy about it. Of course, it's a fresh group. Most people that are in the group right now, they only joined from the February class because some of them joined the February class towards the end of the February class. So it is a fresh group. We are going to be introducing the class, and we will likely be doing the listening as well. I'd like you to invite at least 10 people. Of course, you have to, there are different pathways for which one can join the class. You can invite somebody that does not have the finance and say, all right, I want to join the group now, but I want to pay later. All right, so I want to pay by maybe the end of March. Just link the person to the admin, and the person will be added to the group. You understand? The admin will have a conversation with the person. And some people will say, all right, I have this particular month now, I want to pay the remaining later. That's also allowed. It's 8K for the month of March. And we are going to be using the whole month of, towards the end of month of March and the whole month of April for the March cohort. Understand? So it's 5 weeks of intensive work. All right. And so, and this month, most people have advocated that we do a bit of practical sections in the March group. So we are going to be doing a lot of practice, activating some practice skills live on the set, and people will be seeing how to apply those methods live. You understand? Because that's been the request people have made. And some are actually saying, I want to also have a repeat class. I've joined the February class, but I also want to have a second class to just reinforce my skills. Very okay. You understand? But please, like I said, let us invite our friends. I want to record this section and post it up for people to actually watch. I observe that a lot of people have joined the request section for the March class. You know, I do believe that they wanted to join the March group and they have joined the request section. But before you are allowed or approved to be part of the class, the admin, that's Chinwe, has to approve you. And for you to get the approval, is that you joined the February class from February 15, or you have paid for the March class afresh. So I'm doing this so that people who have made requests, if you have not been approved, it is that you have not made the payment, or you have not or probably you didn't fall in the number of people that should join from the February class. So simply speak to Chinwe. I will put up a number on all the platform that we have. She's our admin, and if you want to make payment through her, because she has the details, you can do so. And of course, if you also want to make payment directly, you can also do so. There's a link, you can go through that. You don't have to stress yourself. Just go through that link and then the link will take you to her. And once you get in front of her, she will.
Oh my God, I can't hear anything.
Do your best and just do the right thing, and then be part of the match class. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And of course, the last thing I want to talk about is the OSCE sponsorship group. If you know anyone that is already past IET, past CBT, but wants to also, get a job directly in the UK, it is getting more difficult now. And so the OSCE sponsorship group is going to be helping to train people to pass OSCE and set them up with possible employers so that they can actually settle down and be happy. Is that all right? So, do you have anyone with questions? You can ask your question. Go on, ask your questions. Um, you can just ask your questions. Just go on to ask. I think Barakat is raising up, and you can ask your questions directly.
Yeah. So basically, I
Your
want
face.
to.
I want to see your face actually, but it's
Okay.
okay. Go on. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I want to brief you on the method I'm using in my reading practice. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say it here.
Go on. Go on. Go on.
Okay. So basically, what I do first is I go through all the questions in the reading test. So after going through all the questions, especially if there's headings like word headings at the beginning of the passage. So I just go through the questions, then I start with the headings first, then like the first passage I read it that if there's any question on it, then I tend to like answer it and I just do the headings, stuff like that. So I don't know, but I see that it's taking a lot of time. So that I'm
Yeah.
not meeting up with the
For me, I would like us to even discuss much of this one tomorrow. Reading class session, reading conference is tomorrow by 5 a.m. So by that
okay.
time, we do a lot of experiments and all of that. So definitely it's going to be easy for us to have that conversation because it is purely on reading. Do you
Yeah,
understand? So we'll just have that conversation tomorrow, basically. If that's okay. Yeah.
okay,
So
that's fine.
yeah, thank you very much. Um you someone Adeyemo, I want to ask a question that is you just unmute and ask. That will be the last question for the day. Then we'll be out. Unmute and ask your questions. Unmute, press unmute and then ask your question. If you have any other question, go ahead and press unmute, then ask your question. All right. What's the difference between IDP and IS? The same exam, different examiners. And usually when they write the exam, it's the same thing they do at that same day, but different examiners. You understand? So maybe one or two little differences in the marking scheme, but similar the same thing, essentially the same thing. You can even combine IDP and BC together. No difference, basically. You understand? Yeah. I hope I've answered that question. All right. Another question? No other question. All right. So thank you, everyone. We get to see tomorrow, 5.